Hello everyone, GZTV. Sorry I have been absent from the platform for so long. We actually have some NBA recaps to talk about. We have back-to-back, and you guys see in the background up there, new cop on vinyl. We got the Let's Start Here by Yachty. I figured I'd position it up in the studio. Maybe it looks kind of crooked. Yeah, it does look kind of crooked. Hopefully it stays up though. I'm going to try to get it to stay up there, but yeah. Welcome back to another video. We have NBA recap from Saturday. We're going to talk about today's games as well. Obviously, the Super Bowl stuff will come tomorrow. So, let's just get started with the 76ers and Nets, a game I watched a lot of. This was a pretty good game. It's honestly really entertaining to see this new Nets team unfold. Joel Embiid leads the 76ers over the Nets, and James Harden's return to Brooklyn. Great scoring and rebounding for Joel Embiid. Great scoring for James Harden. This is his first game back in Brooklyn since being traded after that Big Three breakup, one of the biggest failures in NBA history. And yeah, the Sixers won by 3. Dinwiddie had a game-tying shot, but they overturned it. Great game for Joel Embiid. Spencer Dinwiddie dunking all over people. Cam Johnson getting some tough shots. Joel Embiid getting some tough shots. It really was just Joel Embiid's game. 37 points, 13 rebounds for him off of 50% three-point shooting, 67% overall. You get a 29-point performance for James Harden off of 33% three-point shooting. Looking at the Nets, really all you had this game was Mikal Bridges going for 23 in his debut as a Net. I think he has a decent future with that squad. He shot 60% from 3. Guys like Dorian Finney-Smith and Royce O'Neal and Ben Simmons, those are guys that need to pick it up off the bench. I don't know. Ben Simmons, I don't know where his career is going, but let's just move on from there. Nuggets-Hornets, not really much of a game here. Nikola Jokic carries the shorthanded Nuggets past the Hornets. They win by 14. He's been doing it all season, scoring, rebounding, passing. He is a great basketball player. He is probably my MVP as of right now. He's the best at triple doubles. He has 20th. He is 20th. He has 20 triple doubles this year, and the Hornets lost their 7th straight game off. Crazy triple doubles. Christian Braun was playing all sorts of defense. Nikola Jokic hitting shots, passing the ball. Nick Richards was playing some good defense, but Jokic 30 points, 10 assists, 16 rebounds while shooting 50% overall. He just continues to impress. He is spectacular. You look at the Hornets, they played a pretty solid basketball game. 22 points for PJ. You get 21 for Gordon Hayward off a 50% field goal. LaMelo had 18 points and 12 assists off of 30% three-point shooting, but Mark Williams still kind of trying to adjust to that starting center spot and maybe try to get him some more touches. Guys like JT Thor off the bench didn't play great, so that's kind of where they're at. I'm not really too sold on them. Heat and Magic, this was a really good game. I watched a decent amount of this one. I went to OT. I was actually at Olive Garden eating with my family while a lot of these games were going on. I literally had my phone on, I was so interested, I'm still so interested to see how the NBA is going to unfold, how the season's going to unfold after all these trades. But Heat used balanced scoring. They rallied to beat the Magic by 4 in OT. Great scoring for both Tyler Hero and Jimmy Butler in this one. And Jimmy Butler also doing decent on the rebounding. So, a lot of clutch shots from guys like Jimmy Butler. Bol getting in a breakaway and throwing it down. Dunk after dunk. Bol's been actually playing really impressive recently. Wendell Carter, very impressive athleticism on alley-oops. Markelle Fultz. Honestly, Markelle Fultz is pretty good. Passing the ball well. But you look at the Heat, 22 points for Jimmy Butler, 13 points and 17 rebounds for Bam Adebayo. He shot 50% overall. I wish I could position myself better. What if I back this up? Is that going to work? Does that make it worse? Maybe not. I don't know. That's weird. It's a weird situation we kind of got going here. If I look down and my head's out of frame, it is what it is. But 20 points for Gabe Vincent, 40% three-point, 50% from the field. No one's talking about him. Tyler Hero had 23. You look at the Magic, 16 points and 13 rebounds for Paolo Banchero. I mean, that's about it. Gary Harris, Jonathan Isaac, Bull. Very lackluster performances for guys like that. Again, you got to give Jonathan Isaac a bit of the benefit of the doubt because he's kind of getting back in the swing of things, but still, I don't know. Pacers, Wizards, not much of a game. I can't watch this game anyway. Sharpshooting, Wizards score 80.5. They beat the Pacers by 14. Great scoring for Bradley Beal. Kristaps Porzingis and Monte Morris able to add some sufficient scoring in this one. They shot 70% from the field through the first 3 quarters, and they were just dominating. Daniel Gafford dunking it down. Tough shots for Bradley Beal. Denny Avdia, smooth offense for him. He has been playing pretty good this year. Bradley Beal, just a shot maker, passing the ball as well. I mean, he was doing a lot of stuff out there. Let's first talk about the losers. The Pacers, you get a 20-point performance from Miles Turner, who's been playing pretty solid this year, 70% overall shooting. 21 points for Tyrese Halliburton. He shot 50% overall. Aaron Nesmith. Not a great game for Aaron Nesmith. Didn't make a single field goal through 26 minutes. I mean, he's just got to play better. And, it was obviously a very efficient night for the Wizards, 17 points and 10 rebounds for Porzingis off of 33% three-point shooting, 50% from the field. 32 points for Bradley Beal, probably one of his best games since coming back from injury. He shot 80% from the 3, so just a good game for the Wizards. I don't have much to comment on that. We're going to move on to the Spurs and Hawks, another one of those not-so-good games. Trae Young and DeAndre Hunter paced the Hawkers past a reeling Spurs. They win by 19. Wow, this Spurs team sucks. They have lost 53 of their 67 games. Oh, my God. Jesus. I mean, great scoring for Trae Young and had the best passing game of the season so far. Great scoring for DeAndre Hunter. Yeah, they were able to win. It was an okay game highlight-wise. A lot of Trae Young, Clint Capella playing good defense. Onyeka Okongwu was passing the ball around impressively. I don't know what the Spurs are going to do. They just got rid of Jakob Poeltl, but Keldon Johnson, 25 points. You got Trey Jones, Isaiah Roby, the Stanimal, Keita Diop. Those are just guys, and they actually just got rid of the Stanimal, so that's an interesting thing. Yeah, those are guys that just need to pick it up. But you look at the Hawks, 24 points for a 40% three-point shooting, DeAndre Hunter, 14 points and 12 rebounds for Clint Capella, and 24 points, 17 assists for 40% three-point shooting. Trae Young, solid effort here, and the Hawks are on the up and up. They're not looking too bad here, so we'll see how they continue to play. Let's move on to the Jazz and Knicks. Not a bad game. I think I watched this a little bit. I don't know how much of this game I actually watched. Jalen Brunson scores 38 as the Knicks outlast the Jazz, and Josh Hart's New York debut. Josh Hart has arrived at the scene in New York, and they get a win with him, so that's awesome. Great first half for Jalen Brunson, and most underrated player in the league, no doubt. He's fantastic. Josh Hart played decent off the bench. He played pretty well. We'll see. They win by 6, and we'll see what they'll do with their rotation. Maybe try to give Josh Hart more chances. I don't know. Yeah, Jalen Brunson went off. R.J. Barrett, huge three-point shots, had the crowd on their feet. Jordan Clarkson hit some tough ones. Julius Randle with a baseline dunk. THT was hitting some shots. Looking at the Jazz, 29 points for Lauri Markkanen. He shot 30% from 3. 24 points for Jordan Clarkson, 23 off the bench for THT. So they have some guys. He shot 33% from 3, 67% from the field. They have some guys off the bench every now and then that can score. Sometimes it's THT. When Colin Sexton was off the bench, it was him. They got a decent repertoire on that bench. But it's just, man, you got to appreciate Walker Kessler's rebounding, but he's just not enough of a scoring threat. And you have, I don't know. It just comes down to Walker Kessler being able to score more on the offensive end and being more aggressive in that regard. Fantastic game for the Knicks nonetheless. 31 points for Julius Randle, 38 points for Jalen Brunson, who shot 40% from 3, 50% from the field, crazy splits. 20 points for RJ, 33% from 3. Their big three is at it again. Let's move on to the Bulls and Cavs. This was a solid game, although a very low-scoring one. Donovan Mitchell nets 29 as the Cavs rally past the Bulls. Their win streak hits 6. So, yeah, you better watch out for the Cavs. They're rising up on the radar. Oh, man. Great second half for Donovan Mitchell. Obviously an all-star player this year, and he deserves it. Jared Allen, great scoring, great rebounding. And, yeah, they win by 8. Darius Garland, one of the best passers in the league. He really showcased in that game. Hitting three-pointers as well. Evan Mobley was passing the ball around. Donovan Mitchell, just a shot maker. Andre Drummond has had some very Shaqtin' moments this year. I don't even know if they really have Shaqtin' the Fool, but he missed a wide-open dunk. A lot of woes for the Bulls this year. 14 points and 14 rebounds for Vooch. 23 points for Zach LaVine. 40% three-point shooting, 50% from the field. He continues to play pretty well. It's just, the guys like Ayo Dosunmu and D-Double-J and, Kobe White, Alex Caruso. They have plenty of guys off the bench that could supply them, but it just doesn't happen. Cavs, with what they did scoring-wise, played well. 23 points and 10 rebounds for Jared Allen and 29 points and 10 rebounds for Donovan Mitchell. So, great game for them, I would say. Moving on to the Lakers and Warriors, possibly the most interesting game of the night. I watched a lot of this game. I was really curious to see how the new-look Lakers would look, and they looked good, man. They looked pretty good. For not having LeBron out there, obviously there could have been some better performances on either for either of their stars, D'Lo and Anthony Davis. But yeah, D'Angelo Russell shines in his return to the Lakers after the trade by the T-Wolves. D'Angelo Russell and the new look Lakers figured things out on the fly to take down the defending champs on their home floor. So a big win. Obviously no Steph Curry, but then again, the Lakers had no LeBron. So I would say this was a fairly balanced matchup. Yeah. They had a late run. They were able to beat the Warriors. A lot of back and forth between AD and Draymond. Those are the type of rivalries that we're going to love to see come playoff time. Jordan Poole taking a page off of Steph Curry's book. Steph Curry has taught him a lot throughout his time here and hitting some deep threes. Jared Vanderbilt, very impressive at getting through the lane and throwing it down. Draymond energizing the crowd after hitting some tough shots. Anthony Davis, not a great scoring night, but the dude had 13 points and 16 rebounds, and I think he had 3 blocks as well. So, great defensive player and rebounder. He can score, but yeah. 26 points for Schroeder, 75% from 3. He played fantastic. Dennis Schroeder played amazing. We're going to look at the Warriors side of things. 12 points and 10 assists for Draymond Green. He shot 33% from 3. You get a 29-point performance for Jordan Poole off of 30% three-point shooting, and I think he scored the first 17 Warriors points of the fourth quarter. He got them off to a good start, but the Lakers were able to finish it off of a terrible night. Good rebounding. Kevin Looney's a good hustle guy. I have respect for him, but in terms of scoring, he has got to score more for this team. He's starting to kind of become a liability in that regard. Andre Iguodala's back on the Warriors? Oh, yeah, he is. Okay. But, yeah, Mavs Kings, another one of the better games of the night. This game was awesome. Kyrie and Luka debuted together. But, yeah, De'Aaron Fox had to ruin that. He scored 36 points. The Kings beat the Mavs by 5 in overtime. Another overtime game. Pretty decent game there. Yeah, great scoring for De'Aaron Fox. In the final 18.4 seconds of overtime, he hit 6 free throws. Yeah. What a leader. De'Aaron Fox is very good at leading this team to the promised land, and that is exactly what he did. Clutch buckets in overtime. TD was playing his ass off. Terrence Davis, I've always kind of appreciated Terrence Davis on this team, but he's really renewed that. He's really kept that up for me in this. Christian Wood getting some tough shots to fall. Luka Doncic getting tough shots to fall. Kyrie finding Luka open, hits tough shots. Trey Lyles was getting some tough ones. This was a good game. The Mavs, this is a game where Kyrie Irving put up 28 points off of 40% three-point shooting. Luka had 27 points, 55% overall shooting. 27 for Luka, 23 for Josh Green. Josh Green. They lost this game and they got a game like that out of Josh Green. That is very crazy. Honestly, Josh Green, 23 points, 67% overall shooting in this one. Not a great game for Tim Hardaway. Definitely wasn't as aggressive as you're kind of used to seeing him. The guys like Theo Pinson and Jalen Hardy off the bench definitely could have played better as well. Looking at the Kings, just fantastic performances. 22 points and 14 rebounds for Domantas Sabonis. 36 for De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox played incredible. The OT period, he scored like 26 points. Or the fourth quarter / OT period. 22 points for 22 for TD off the bench as well. So yeah, that's going to do it for the games. We still have a bunch of more videos to grind out. Oh my goodness, I'm not looking forward to this. A lot of them are like short videos in all fairness, but I don't know, man. We got a lot of videos to record. So let me give you guys a rundown. I have to catch up on my weekend, and then tomorrow we'll be back to the regular schedule. After this, we're going to talk about the 2 games that happened today. Then we're going to talk about the new tracks that came out this week. Then we're going to talk about Dexter. That's it. I mean, it seems like that's not a lot, but that's a lot of videos. So I will